It's fully furnished. It's got modern appliances. Now, my place is considered very, very, very expensive, even for Philippine or for foreigners, especially Americans. But because of the location, because of the amenities, because of what I got here, it was still very worth it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. Get outside and see the area a little bit. Today's topic is what my actual monthly budget, my expenses are here in the Philippines. But first, some housekeeping. Just want to say thank you to everyone for all your support. We finally just got monetized a couple of days ago, and now we are just short of 3,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. And again, I do this for entertainment and for education, to help all of you guys that may be coming to the Philippines to visit or live. It's definitely not for the money, but so just like anywhere in the especially in the US, the value of real estate is all about location, and it's no different here in the Philippines. So the closer you live to the downtown area, the more expensive it's going to be, as opposed to living out in the rural areas or in the provinces, where it's going to be much cheaper. And there's some pros and cons, and I'll go over a little bit of that later. But as you can see behind me, I live right in the center of downtown Davao, and I will hopefully you can see the background, and you can see this is the mall. I actually live right across the street from the mall, so it makes it very, very, very convenient, especially when I want to go grocery shopping. And this mall has everything: shops, stores, restaurants, the grocery store. They have a movie cinema, movie theater, and they also have play areas for kids. So pretty convenient, and it's perfect for me and everything that I want. So without further ado, okay, welcome back everyone. Sorry about that, a little technical difficulty, but what we're going to do is I'm going to take you on a little walking tour. You can see this is the main street right in front of my complex, and right in front of the mall. And so here we're going to enter into my complex where I live. You can see gated. You'll see the security guards here. So it's very, very safe and secure. They do stop all the cars, do check everyone that comes in and out of the place. Hello. Hi, Kuya. Hi to YouTube. Hi, sir. YouTube. Hi. Hi, sir. And now we're gonna go up into the lobby area. But you can see this is a beautiful building, and I love living here. Very nice, very safe, very secure. This is actually considered one of the more luxury areas, and one of the more luxury buildings here, right across the street from Abrisa Mall. As we enter the lobby area, you will see how beautiful the lobby area is, and more security. Hi, Ati. So we're going to go up into the elevator now, and I will be back with you in a minute. And here we are back now as we enter my floor where I actually live. And as you can see, this is the beautiful pool area. Just a quick little tour. Pool area here. There's a beautiful patio area right here where people like to gather. Some people eat, people work, they like to read or what have you. And then up here on the second part is the actual gym. So we'll we'll do a tour of that later, but not today. And over there is a little playroom for children. If somebody wants to go in the pool or you want to go to the gym, you can have your children play there. And this is actually my unit right here. We're gonna go in and do a quick tour so you can actually see my unit where I live. Good afternoon, sir. Say hi to YouTube. Hi. They are always cleaning here. So they have a whole crew that takes care of the pool area and the maintenance and so forth. So here we go. Dun, 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 dun. I think I should be having drum rolls. So as we enter my place, you will see what you see here is exactly how it was when we moved in. It's fully furnished. It's got modern appliances. Now, my place is considered very, very, very expensive, even for Philippine or for foreigners, especially Americans. But because of the location, because of the amenities, because of what I got here, it was still very worth it. As you can see, this is my view from the living room, the TV area. So you can see everything. A beautiful view I have here. And it's really nice because sometimes I'll go out here on the patio and I can sit there and have a drink or have my coffee. And it's because we're on the 6th floor, there's a beautiful, beautiful breeze all the time. So you can see the TV. And here is the dining area. Again, that's the doorway. And we also have a stackable washer and dryer, which is extremely rare in the Philippines. Most of the Philippines, especially out in the province, will do their laundry outside, or they may have a washer that they do by hand. But you can see here I have actual full stove, excuse the pots. I was cooking earlier. Sink cabinets. Everything that I could possibly want. Beautiful stainless steel refrigerator. And here is the guest bedroom. And here is the bathroom area. You can see. Beautiful enclosed shower, which also is something that's rare. And then here is the bedroom area. And you can see this is my workspace with another beautiful view. TV, and then a walk-in closet. So very, 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 very nice, very comforting. This is home. I love it, and it's what I call home. So now let me go over some of the actual expenses that I have. All right, welcome back. So as you can see on the screen, I want to compare what my current monthly expenses are with what I used to pay last year when we rented a house in the further outside the area, the downtown area. It was about a 30-minute taxi ride from the mall or from the downtown center area, but it was obviously much cheaper than living there. But we didn't have, or than living here now, but we didn't have a lot of the conveniences of being close to downtown, things like that. But on the flip side, it was actually a two-bedroom, one bath, sorry, house, fully furnished. And you can see coming across the screen now are pictures of that house. And again, as you see, it is exactly what it was like when we moved in. And for that, you can see we paid 20,000 pesos per month just for the rent. And that runs out to roughly about $365 per month US, depending on the conversion. Whereas now, what I pay is about 65,000 pesos per month, which is a little under, it's about $1,100 to $1,200 per month, depending on the conversion again. Electric here runs me about 11,000 pesos, which is about $200 a month. Whereas in the house, it was obviously a little bit more. We had two window air conditioning units and one main aircon unit in the living room, so the electricity was a little bit more there. Now, it also should be noted, and I don't know why, nobody's been able to tell me, but for some reason, Davao the electricity here is much more expensive than it is in other parts of the country. I think it's privatized, and maybe that might be why, but I don't know. If you know, maybe leave a comment and let me know what the reason might be. But in the house, we paid about 13 to 15,000. Depending on how often we ran the air conditioning, how many showers, how much we cooked, things like that, which was roughly about $225 to $250 per month. Water was pretty much stable, stable across the board. That runs about 300 pesos a month, maybe a little less. 300 is a little on the high side, which is about $5 to $6 per month. The internet, which we have in both places, is very stable. It's as stable as can be. It's very stable considered for the Philippines, and that runs 1,699 pesos per month, which is about $30 per month US. And then for my cell phone, I have an unlimited plan where you have data and low, which is 999 pesos per month, which is roughly about $18 to $20 per month. Now, food is going to be obviously very subjective. I'm here, so what I have calculated was an average. I spend roughly 15,000 pesos per month on food for the entire month. Now, if you're a family, you have kids, things like that, obviously you're going to spend a little bit more. But it's still very cheap. 15 to 20,000 pesos is about $300 per month, which is probably about half of what a family in the U.S. spends. And again, like I said, that's subjective because, it depends on how much junk you buy. Do you buy a lot of, candy and cookies and ice cream and, things like that? Whereas I cook a lot, and I tend to, try to eat healthy, and I have some pasta, but I'll make, chicken and pork and vegetables, and rice, of course, is a staple here in the Philippines. Entertainment, again, is going to be very subjective. I spend about the same 15 to 20,000 pesos per month, and that's to eat out, or if I want to go, drinking with the guys a couple of times, or maybe just have watch a game or something like that. Maybe, taxi rides or to go out, somewhere for some entertainment. And then transportation. Now, because I live right across the street from the mall, my transportation costs are a lot less. I can literally walk across the mall, and I might have to take a taxi if I want to go somewhere. Whereas in the house before, like I said, it's about a 30-minute taxi ride away. So our transportation costs were a lot more. We'd have to take a tricycle to the taxi stand and then take a taxi down to the mall or wherever we wanted to go. So that ran anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000 pesos per month, which is again about $45 to $50 a month, or $45 to $100 per month, depending on how many times you actually go and you do that. Obviously, you're gonna have to go at least once a week to the grocery store to buy food and so forth. Whereas now I spend less than 1,000 pesos per month. And that's actually high because I really don't need to go to the grocery store or anything else like that. So that is the comparison between what I pay now versus what I paid before. And what I want to show you now, though, is how this compares to some other cities in the Philippines. It's very different, and again, these numbers that you see on the screen right now, I put together this little chart for you, but they're very, very, very subjective, and these are the average. Obviously Manila is a big city, and if you live close to the downtown area, Metro Manila, it's going to be much more expensive than if you live outside in the rural areas. Same thing for Cebu, Davao, Makati, which is a suburb of Manila, and it's actually the more expensive part of Manila, as opposed to downtown Manila, where a lot of people don't necessarily want to live because it's too busy, it's too crowded. And then Dumaguete. So these were just arbitrary cities that I picked just to give you an idea of what the expenses run across the board. But this, as you can see, the top line is the average cost of living for an expat versus what it costs for a local. And the reason there is a difference is because expats will tend to go out more. They're going to tend to splurge a little bit more. They're going to tend to, go to dinner. They'll probably drink more. So their lifestyle is a little different. Whereas the locals are really going to probably go to the market. They're going to go to the night market, the wet market. They're going to go, to their local market. They're not going to eat dinner out as much. They're going to eat less, which I've learned too. The portions of food here are considered very different. So if you go to a restaurant, they may tell you that, oh no, this particular portion of food can feed 2 people, but it really is 1 American, maybe 2 Filipinos. And then I gave you a breakdown of, different rent areas. for 1 bedroom and 3 bedroom in the city versus outside the city center. Again, they take this with a grain of salt. I just wanted to give you an idea of what rents were like across the board. Obviously, yes, you can find places that are much cheaper if you shop around or you negotiate or what have you. So these numbers here are the median or the average rental prices for these particular cities. And one thing I do want to point out is you'll notice that the cost of living is a little bit more for Davao as opposed to Cebu, although the rent prices in Cebu are much more. And that's because a lot of the other expenses in Davao are much more expensive. Like eating out at restaurants is more expensive. Food, clothing, education, schooling, school supplies, things like that are much more expensive in Davao. I don't know why. I can't tell you. It just is the way it is. Maybe it's harder to get some things or what have you. But again, this gives you an idea. This chart gives you an idea of what the rent prices are across the board in these various cities. One thing that I don't have included here, I do have it in the top chart, or the chart I had before, is health insurance. So here in the Philippines, for all Philippines they have free healthcare. Nationwide healthcare is available to everyone. And here, if you're going to live here as a foreigner long term, you're also eligible for it. And that will cover probably, it runs about 450 to 4,000 pesos per month, which is really nothing. It's less than $10. Now you also can have private health insurance, which is more Western quality insurance, and that's really not that expensive. It's from other expats that I've talked to, it runs about $100 per month US, but that gets you very, very good Western quality doctors and hospitals and things like that. So a lot of foreigners don't have insurance because not everybody takes it, and you end up having to pay a lot of things out of your pocket anyway, but it's so inexpensive to pay for things. So if you go to a doctor, like a doctor visit may cost you $10. I saw a video of an expat here that lived up in the Baguio area, and every 6 months he has heart problems. So every 6 months he would have to go down into the town to have his checkup, for his heart checkup, and he would go to the doctor, do all his testing, the weight measurements, blood work, things like that, and then he'd have to go across the street to a specialist to have his EKG, he'd have his heart checked, his MRI, whatever other testing he needed to have done. And they would actually hand him the test results when he's done, and he would walk back across to the doctor and give them to him, and he'd be done, completely done, in just a matter of a few hours. And the entire thing cost him about $50 to $75, if I remember correctly. Whereas that's absolutely unheard of in the US. First of all, it will take you a month to get a doctor's appointment. You can't just walk in. They're going to schedule you to see a specialist, which you'll have to wait a few more weeks to get into there. And then it will take a couple of weeks or at least a couple of days to get your test results. And then you can't, most cases, they won't give them to you to take to the doctor. They're going to send it over to the doctor directly. And this is outrageously expensive. Thankfully, a lot of it's covered by insurance. But, if your deductible is really expensive, then you're going to end up paying a lot of these things out of pocket. But, just for example, to be able to go every 6 months for a heart exam, a full-blown heart checkup, and cost you, less than $100 and only spend a few hours there is just, something that's incredible. And it's amazing. And again, just another one of the reasons why I love living in this country. Most expats, me included, I don't carry health insurance. I set aside, a certain lump sum money that I just keep on reserve in case something happens. If there's a medical emergency, I need something, I have that cash on hand, and I don't have to worry about insurance, or if they're going to take the insurance or anything like that, because God forbid something happens and I'm incapacitated and I can't talk or anything like that, then I don't want that to be an issue. I don't want to hold things up. So anyway, that's it for today. I just wanted to give you a quick tour of my home and show you what my old home used to look like, and give you an idea of what the expenses are that I actually pay. These are my real expenses. I'm sure thousands of expats have different expenses. They will have different costs, different things like that. So again, leave a comment if I missed something or I forgot something, or you completely disagree with some of these numbers, or yours are different, then please leave a comment. I do read them all. I do try to respond to as many as I can. But I also am grateful for feedback too. So again, if you found value in this video, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit that notification bell and share this with your family and friends. Trying to grow our audience, and then leave me ideas for content, things that you would like me to talk about, topics that are on your mind, things you're curious about, things you'd like to know, and I will do my best to fill those voids. Anyway, thanks again. I really, 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 really appreciate all the love and support from each and every one of you as we continue to grow this channel. I am extremely grateful, and I will talk to you next time. Peace.